Another thing that she was asked about, a flip-flopping position, was fracking. She's also had a changing stance on immigration. Do you think that she answered either of those questions sufficiently? Because we know fracking is a huge issue in Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania will be a must-win for her. And obviously, immigration is one of the top issues facing the country.
Well, her answer on fracking was dishonest. She said, I've never, she tried to pretend that she wasn't on record against fracking. By the way, when any politician says, I've been perfectly clear, it means they haven't been. When they say, to be honest, what are they referring to about their previous answers? Were those dishonest? She she's saying I've always been in favor of fracking. Just look at the record. Well, look at the record. She was very clear, not just once, but repeatedly. And so I thought she was in. I thought that was a problem and should have been pressed. But her answer is kind of now on the record. On immigration, she's she's right to press Trump for helping kill a compromise bill. But the correct response by the interviewer to press that is we have something like between 8 and 10 million people who've entered the country illegally during the Biden-Harris administration. Almost all of those entered illegally during the period before this compromise bill. So you might be right that there was a partial solution going forward, but how do you explain the fact that your administration and what you and your role in it allowed this many people into the country? And now your administration is pushing for ways to let them all become voters going forward. So there's a lot to press there, and Dana Bash just let it all hang out without any really serious follow-up. So again, I thought Kamala Harris is being a professional. She's getting away with twist and shout, but that's her job. She's a politician. She's not necessarily going to tell you the truth. She's going to give you the most effective answer. By the way, I want to say one thing about energy costs, because she's a big Green New Deal person. And there are two issues that could have been pressed there. One is that Detroit is going bankrupt over these EV mandates. And she hasn't changed her position that she's moving toward a future where there will be no internal combustion cars at all. Okay. And Detroit is losing huge amounts. So she needs to be able to defend that to the voters in Michigan. And the second thing is that they're anti fossil fuels approach has revved up the price of gasoline. And a lot of the cost in a grocery, she's all in favor of squeezing out this price gouging. She can't define what price gouging is, but she's against it. Whatever it is, Groucho Marx had a song, whatever it is, I'm against it. Well, that's her position. But moving a can of soup from the tomatoes in the field to the Campbell's factory, and then putting it in, making a can, putting it in the can, and moving that can to the supermarket entails a lot of fuel. And so part of the cost that the consumers are feeling is the cost of all those 18-wheelers on the highway, paying more for their gas.